Good afternoon, everybody. You are listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk here on the news station, 1320 AM WARA, and online on our Facebook page, all one word, 4 Deep Sports Talk.com. I'm Dominic Damiano, joined by my relentless sidekick in crime, the sports master himself, the man, Justin Ferreira.
Hello, everybody. How you all doing?
As we get ready, Justin's birthday's right around the corner, so let me just get the volume down on this. I want to make sure I don't blame myself out. So we are waiting in about 2 minutes. We're going to get Jackie Nosey. She's going to be coming on, and we're going to talk Quincy girls volleyball. They are the conference champs. For people who don't know, there is no more state championship because of COVID-19, so they play conference championships. And I want to thank Jackie for giving me all the information. I also want to give a big shout out to our sports writer Tom Joyce for giving us. He covered it for the Quincy Sun. I believe it's Quincy Sun, but Tom's listening back home. Tom writes for a lot of different papers, but he also helps us out with scores and stuff out of the Patriot League, along with Nate Rollins and all those other people. Of course, Alex Mayo is out in the lobby running the laptop as we are live, and we have a call. And let's get that call, make sure I get the call right. We'll go here. Hi, you're first on 4 Deep Sports Talk. And we have another call. Hi guys.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, is it Jackie?
Yeah,
Jackie, how do you pronounce your last name?
Nyosi.
Nyosi. So you're Italian like me.
I am.
And we have one of the phenoms, and I was reading, I also, just to let you guys know, I have the sports master, Justin Ferreira. He's also with me. We're missing 2 people. Luz Cabral is home taking care of her mom. Her mom's not feeling good. And I'm just letting everyone else listening and watching on the Facebook app that knows what's going on. Catherine Conley is probably still working, so she's late. But this is Rachel McKenna.
Yeah.
Hi,
Hello.
Rach. What's happening?
Hello. Not much.
Thank you for taking the time, and congrats on your championship season.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And thank you for taking a Saturday. I don't know if I owe you a cheeseburger or a T-shirt for doing it, but I appreciate it. You know? But, so anyway, for those people who have lived under the proverbial rock, which I like to say when I get a chance to highlight championship teams, first we're going to go over some of the stats, and I know Justin's going to read them, but some of the ones I just want to get out, Justin, real fast before you go over that. Justin's going to read the bio that we got from Coach and Coach's resume. So for those people who don't know, these lady, are we Patriots? We're Patriots, right? Presidents. We're presidents. So the lady presidents were they did not lose a match in the regular season, which means they swept everybody. They beat up on everybody. And they didn't get a chance to finish their last game because didn't North Quincy have the COVID-19? Is that
yeah, they had to quarantine for 2 weeks at the end of the season.
Yeah, so that game is null and void. So going into the championship match for the Patriot League Cup, Duxbury was 13-0, and you guys were 12-0, right?
Yep.
Now, usually what I do is I get off my fat butt, and I'll go down, I'll take some videos for Twitter, and I got preoccupied doing something else, so I apologize. Tom did a great job covering you guys in the newspaper, because Tom also helps us out when we cover guys like you, great teams like yourselves. So for people who don't know, and I just got some side notes here I want to go over before Justin says anything. They were down the third game 24-23 and came back to win the third set 27-25, and then they swept the Lady Dragons to win the conference. That is like super impressive.
Amazing.
It's unbelievable. So I don't know if people can fathom that or understand what's going on with that, but that's not an easy task to do when you're down to your last serve or your last situation coming up during a game before you start, and you're down 24-23 and you come back to win the third one, then you go crazy, decide to completely knock the other team like they're not even there. So that's pretty impressive. All right, so with that being said, I'm just going to fire up Justin's music, and I want to go over Rachel's stats real fast. I want to make sure I get the music right because I don't want to play Gone with the Wind. I want to play,
Awesome background music.
awesome background music. Exactly. So let me make sure I get it fired up. All right, so Justin, let's go over Rachel's stats first. All right, Rachel McKenna's stats first, and then we'll talk about Coach.
Okay. So, Virgil has a 3-year varsity starting middle, and she's planning on studying business management, but she hasn't decided on her college yet. And her season stats are 14 matches, 41 sets, record 14-0, 82 kills hitting, .211, and 33 blocks.
Awesome. And let's go over the write-up coach has had for her at the end of the season. Well, go over her honor awards.
Okay. For honor awards, she has a 2020 captain and a 2020 league all-star.
And the write-up coach gave her at the end.
Yes. Rachel is one of the hardest workers I have met. She was our vocal leader all year and brought our team together in the Patriot Cup Finals when we were down. She has a great attitude that is contagious.
Absolutely. Now let's go over coach's bio. On this one, you got that one right?
Yep. All right. We got Coach Nyosha and the Quincy high school graduate in 2001, played volleyball. Amelia College, played 2 years. Started coaching freshman team at Quincy High School in 2005. Varsity girls coached since 2006. Coaching record.
Oh. Keep on going.
Everything right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's me.
250 to 80. 6 league championships. 1 Central East championship. Coaches boys JV from 2005 to 2007. Boys varsity coach from 2016 to the present. Teaches culinary arts at Quincy High School.
And that'll do it. And then we'll get to the other
Yep.
ones with the GPA. Not a bad resume there, girls. Great job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Rachel, let's pick on you first. No, I'm only kidding. What did you see going into the season that thought this was going to be special for you?
Honestly, I was a little nervous about the season with everything in regards to COVID because volleyball has been such a huge part of my life since freshman year and especially sophomore year making varsity. And I was just so nervous, I guess I could say, that I wasn't going to have my senior season because volleyball is definitely something that helps me get through the beginning of the school year. It makes everything easier, knowing I get to be in that gym doing something I love every day after school. There's no better feeling than that. So I was nervous that I wasn't going to have that. So I was so grateful, even with all the weirdness of the season and the shortened season. I was just so grateful to be out there playing.
Yeah, I can tell. I guess you took a little bit of frustration off on everybody else in the Patriot League. You had 275 kills, a percentage of, Coach, if I'm reading this right, 86 blocks, and the percentage of 160 hitting, right?
Yeah, those are her three-year stats altogether.
Yeah, but still, even if you do that math, I mean, she probably dominated mostly, I'm thinking, as she matured, and I'm guessing as the next coach, she probably dominated more her senior year and still wanted to prove she could play her sophomore and junior year.
Yeah,
Rachel
just works hard. Yeah, Rachel just works hard every day.
What else stands out about Rachel, Coach, that comes to mind?
I think, I've told Rachel before, as a sophomore at tryouts, when we were watching her try out, she was kind of raw, as far as, skills go, but she just worked so hard, and we decided to keep her on varsity, and she just is one of those people that just works so hard, you don't have the option to not play her, because she's just going to do what she has to do when she steps on the court, and I think this year kind of evolved more into a confident leader for others as well, towards the end of last year, I would say, and then into this year, definitely. And when we were down 0-2 in the finals, and I had to put the lineup in, Rachel was the one that had everybody huddled up and was talking and getting people motivated and, saying that this isn't over yet. And so definitely the vocal part is something that she's added on more recently.
So remember, when I sound silly, I'm not saying you guys are saying it, but in a very confident way. Rachel said, "Let's get the butts in gear and let's play ball." Would that be fair to say, Rachel, without saying a colorful metaphor?
Yeah, that would actually be very fair to say.
So how do you do? I mean, you got a lot of friends. You sound. I mean, your personality is contagious. You're happy-go-lucky. You're an athlete and a half. Coach knows she's blessed to have you because she mentioned in so many words in the write-up and just now 2 seconds ago. What do you try to instill in the younger players to help out the team?
Honestly, it's all just confidence because I remember being a sophomore in varsity and I was so nervous and I was trying to prove myself and make sure that I was making sure my teammates knew I deserved to be there. But it's honestly all in being comfortable. I want to make sure the underclassmen know like they're on this team for a reason. They're on the court for a reason. And something with a lot of athletes is that mental toughness. And, you know, when you're younger, especially in high school, you don't have that. So I like to remind them that they're here for a reason. They're playing for a reason. They're with all of us practicing every day. Like anything we do in practice, we can excel in game.
All right, Jay, why don't we do this? Can you please read her GPA just because we only have her for a couple more minutes and we got to go to our break, but I want to make sure we get her GPA out there.
Okay.
You got it?
We're
At the bottom, it says Rachel.
okay.
We had a bad printer, so the poor kid's trying to read the...
Yeah. Just bear with me. Some of the words almost look invisible.
Yeah.
All right. It says Rachel is one of the hardest words.
No, her GPA. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Right here, right in the bottom of this one.
Okay. Oh yeah. GPA 3.95. Planning to major in business management. Still undecided on school.
Oh, wow. Rach, so I guess you got a little bit of smarts behind you besides being a great athlete. That's for sure. Well, I wanted,
Yeah.
I wanted, I forget who called in first, so I hope I don't hang up the wrong line. But Rach, I know this went fast. Please spread the word that we're out there for you guys in Quincy as far as high school and youth sports go. You know what I mean? We're lucky that we got Coach on, but we're going to continue with the rest of our interviews here and get the rest of your teammates. And I'm going to say this to Coach and say this to all the other girls, all of us at 13:20 a.m. and here at 4D Sports Talk. Want to wish you congratulations on winning the Patriot League Cup and good luck in school, young lady.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, have a good one.
You too. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
All right, let me make sure I don't get the right one. Coach, are you still with me? Let me get the other one. Coach, are you still with me?
I am.
I did the right one. Okay, we'll just...
There we go.
There we go. We'll hit that one off. All right, we will step away. We are highlighting Quincy Girls Volleyball, the Patriot League 2020 champions. We'll be back with more right after this.
Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is working to help keep you and your community safe from the threat of novel or new coronavirus. Take the following everyday steps to help avoid the spread of all respiratory viruses. Wash your hands often with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. Cover your cough or sneeze with a tissue. Throw the tissue away and then wash your hands. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects or surfaces, such as remote controls and doorknobs. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. And stay home if you are sick. Call your healthcare provider if you develop fever, cough, or difficulty breathing. For more tips, visit cdc.gov. My name is Paul Jakes, President of Attleboro Firefighters Local 848. On behalf of our executive board and
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Four Deep Sports Talk. We are highlighting the Quincy High School volleyball champions of 2020.
Nicely done, old man. Hi, I'm Dominic Damiano, joining the Sportsmaster. Coach, you still with us?
I am.
All right, let me turn you up here. And I believe we have another young lady on the line. Is this Annika Smith?
Yeah, Annika.
Annika, please, please, please. If I mess up a vowel, you're not going to hurt my feelings. I don't want you, misconstrued or mistaken for somebody else that you're not. You know what I mean? But thank you for
Yeah, hi.
hi. But thank you for taking the day.
Oh, yeah, there's no problem.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on your championship run.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And with that being said, we're going to take a couple of seconds, and the Sportsmaster is going to read a nice bio that Coach wrote up for you that we're going to not only have on the radio, but when we edit the TV side of it, we're going to have little graphics of what he's saying. So with that being said, here's the Sportsmaster reading the bio that we have from Coach on Annika Smits, right? Annika, am I saying the right name? Annika.
Yeah.
That sounds European, right? Annika? All right, so here's the Sportsmaster.
All right. Annika Schmidt, sophomore. She's a 2-year varsity player, setter last year, 2020 setter, and hit front row. At the season start, 14 matches, 41 sets. Record 14-0. 71 kills hitting, .285. Game high, 13 kills versus Duxbury. 44 digs, 127 assistants, and 23 H. In the career stats, overall record 35-3. Overall league record 27-0. A 2-time Patriot League champion, 79 kills, .271 hitting percent, 62 digs, 248 assists, and 32 aces.
Nicely done. Young lady, I take it you like this game a little bit, huh?
Yeah, just a little.
So when did you find out this was going to be your love? When did you know you were going to love this sport and donate, all this time and effort to be as good as you are? And you're only a sophomore?
Well, when I started club in 4th grade, so I've been playing volleyball competitively since I was really young, and I think my dad's a volleyball coach, so I really think that that's helped me develop a love for volleyball and just has had me stick with it because I love playing it.
Is there a certain team you look forward to playing every year? I know the pandemic didn't help, especially out of conference play, but was there a certain team you will try to measure your game against every time you're on the court?
I think that the Duxbury game, we kind of got a sense that we thought that we might be matched up against them later on in the season, and I know that I just really looked forward to playing that game because I knew they were a very good team, and it was going to be a good competition.
Oh, very cool. So your sophomore year, I know Rachel was the leader, and I know you eventually just from talking to you, I saw your GPA, and we're going to go over that in a minute because you're really smart. Do you think you can pass on what Rachel tried to leave this team with? Is that something you can see yourself doing in the future? Being a leader like that?
I think I can see myself getting there. It's just being a junior is going to be, because she's a senior, so obviously
Right.
she has that leadership. So I think that since a lot of our seniors have graduating, definitely the juniors and the seniors coming up this year are going to have a lot of that leadership that you talked about.
Yeah. You know exactly what I mean. So, Coach, what can we add? I got a couple other questions. I know we're trying to split up the time with the kids. Is there anything else? Well, I know you could probably go on forever about Annika that might be left out. Some key things that come to mind right away.
Well, I think something, if you don't know volleyball, so Annika's a setter. So she touches the ball virtually almost every play. So it's a really important role. You need to understand the game. You need to understand matchups with the other teams. Who's having a good day, who might be having a little off day. You're kind of like the quarterback of the team. So as a sophomore to be able to get a feel for that and really have an understanding of the game is really important. And I think Annika, definitely you could see the difference this year from last year, just comfort level on the court, because, you know, whether you're one of the leaders or not, if you're a setter, you kind of are just pushed into a leadership role anyways, just by position. And I think that's something this year she definitely was a lot more comfortable with, and it showed in how she played.
What stuck out with you to tell you to make you confident enough that this young lady, as smart as she is, could definitely be a starter on your varsity squad?
Well, she has really good skills, and she kind of plays without fear. Like, she just steps on the court and plays. She's gonna go back and serve tough. And I think this year too, she hasn't really hit before. And you know, during our little time that we had for preseason, she was taking some swings at the ball, and she just has a good court sense about her. So that was definitely a role that she grew into too. So she'd set half the time, and then when she was in the front row, she'd get to hit. And I think she had fun doing that. Yeah. I think it helped with her confidence too. And you know, she definitely had a great season.
Quick question for you too, Coach. Nate Rollins reporting in. He's listening back home on his way to his next job. His question was, what sort of impact did Allison McMorrow, am I saying that right? McMorrow, have on the group, on this group when she graduated last year?
I mean, well, Allie was one of our leaders last year. She played middle for us. You know, I think the way you're talking to Annika about, you know, Rachel showing leadership, and then the younger kids needing to step up and having that example for them, I think that's probably something Allie did last year for Rachel and some of our other seniors currently.
Right. Okay, good. I want to thank Nate Rollins for mentioning that, and I know we got we have a good 5 minutes, but I want to pipe up the music, and I want to go over, well, we don't have to pipe up the music. If you could go over her GPA and stuff.
Sure, I can do that. It's a 4 point.
No, Rachel. Am I saying the right? Yeah, Rachel. Yep, Rachel.
No, yep, Annika.
Annika.
Yeah, I was reading the
No,
wrong.
you were right. I was wrong.
Yeah.
That's because I'm old. All right, go ahead.
All right. It's a 4.21 sophomore, and she majors in fashion at school.
Nice. Annika, my question to you is, and I know Coach can answer this too, don't they have to wait to the junior year before they can take even look at an athlete like her? Don't they have to wait before they see her? Or?
Well, it depends. I
Okay.
mean, they can see, you know, with club and stuff now, there's so many tournaments.
Oh, that's right,
College
AAU,
coaches
yeah.
can watch. Yeah, they can't necessarily talk to all the kids, but
Right.
they can come and watch them play.
Right. Have they reached out to you personally, if you don't mind me asking? I don't know what you're limited to say, but I was just curious as a fan.
Right now,
Yeah.
currently, no. Club season kind of came to an abrupt halt at the end of last year,
Okay.
and it hasn't started up again now because of COVID yet, so.
Annika, who do you play club for? We'll give them a quick shout out. And where do you play your matches at?
I am taking a break from club this year, but the past few years I've played for Smash Volleyball Club.
Okay.
But this year, since of the craziness of the pandemic, I've just decided to take a year off and just kind of train with my dad a little bit and get in the gym and just get a bunch of reps.
Nice. Where were they based out of? Quincy? Were they in the general Quincy area, or like AA?
They were in Newton.
Oh, that's a little bit of a hike. Not bad, right? That's right down 93.
Yeah.
Not too bad. So what? They must have been bummed out when they found out you wanted to take a break. How was the reaction on that one?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, your dad's your agent, so he probably took care of any paparazzi or anybody else trying to, get you
Yeah.
back in there, right? That's cool. So what are you doing with your dad? I mean, this is a good. This is actually working into my next question. You guys don't realize it, but you do that naturally by just answering the first question. So let's talk about conditioning, because I think every sport. Well, every sport, and Coach knows every sport is important as far as conditioning. And what are you working on in the off season with your dad? And your dad's an ex-volleyball coach, or is he a current volleyball coach? And what are you guys working on? What techniques and any advice you can give the younger kids that want to make this Quincy team next year? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've I've been working on a lot of serve receive since obviously this year is kind of my first year hitting. So I got in the gym with him and he just served a bunch at me, and I'm just trying to improve skills that like aren't necessarily my strongest right now. So that's just working on every set of skills is kind of it's important to improve your overall skill.
Okay, now you know this better than me. Again, so does Coach. Is it harder going left to right or going frontwards or backwards? And I mean, I know, and you guys know, communication in any sport, especially one where the girls are so close, communication is a must because that's how kids get hurt. But what was your biggest thing? Is moving left to right a lot more important than moving up and moving back and communication? What would you say is one of the most important things besides, communication as far as getting your skills down?
I think moving left to right, I guess, it's important to have communication there because there's someone next to you, so you really have to talk with everyone back there so you know whose ball is whose, and that way we get every ball that we can.
Right. Well, as you can tell, I'm a fan. This is probably like a fifth grade question. I probably asked you going left to right, and as I know, there's a lot more into it. But as you guys talking, setting somebody up, trying to finish the play, balls coming in, how you guys take care of it, coming at you defensively and setting up the return. Coach, what was the biggest problem that you were worried about going into the season with these girls?
I just think just the uncertainty of everything. We just get to have a full preseason. Like normally we would have double sessions that gets capped off with some scrimmages. And we didn't get to do any of that, which is, kind of where we get to do our initial team bonding, getting to know each other, getting to work out some of the kinks. That stuff kind of got a lot more rushed this year. And we didn't, our first game was our first game. We didn't get to have any scrimmages where we could kind of play around with lineups a little bit and let people play some different positions and see what worked. So I think just the rush of that, and then just it was kind of a blessing and a curse, the uncertainty of what was going to happen, because you really didn't know, what was going to happen the next day. So it kind of gave us the ability, too, to every time we stepped on the court, we felt lucky. So, and we just tried to take advantage of every moment we had.
Absolutely. Annika, I want to just wish you the best, your next year, and all of us here at 4 Deep Sports Talk and 1320 AM want to wish you a big congratulations on your conference championship win. And we got to move on to our next break. And I just want to thank you for taking your Saturday and educating us on Quincy girls volleyball.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. All right, Coach, we're going to step away. I can still hold on to you, correct?
Yeah, sure.
All right, when we get back, Nate Rollins is checking in with a couple more questions, Coach. All right, you are listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk here in the news station. 1320 AM WARA and online, all one word, 4deepsportstalk.com. You can listen and watch our interview here with Coach as we highlight the girls Quincy team off of our 4 Deep Sports Talk page. We are highlighting the 2020 Patriot League Girls Volleyball Champions, the Lady Presidents from Quincy High School. We'll be back with more right after this.
With Ted Reinstein.
Welcome back, everybody, to 4 Deep Sports Talk. This is the Sportsmaster Joseph Ferreira, and today we're going to continue our highlighting of the Quincy High School Volleyball Championships.
All right, with that being said, I believe we have Alyssa on the line. Alyssa, are you with us?
Hi.
Hi, young lady.
Hi.
Thank you for taking the time.
Yeah, no problem.
Coach, she's very soft-spoken, I can see.
She is. Yes.
But she's an animal on the court, though. Looking at these
Yes.
stats. That's awesome. All right, so with that being said, we're going to step away for a second, and I'm going to hand over the Sportsmaster. And Alyssa, how do you pronounce your last name?
Ruan.
Ruwan, thank you. And then I got some questions coming in from Nate Rollins. Coach, I'm going to direct them at you, and we can actually hold on to Alyssa a little bit longer because we don't have anyone scheduled for the top of the hour. And there are no scores, so we'll just have, if you guys are good with that, we'll just keep on going to the end of the show, if that's okay.
Okay, yeah, I think we have one more girl calling in, too, after, if you need.
12:45, right?
Quarter of. Yep.
Okay. Oh, that's fine. Then we'll just do that. That's fine. All right. So with that being said, here is the Sportsmaster.
All right. Alyssa Ruan is a senior captain and has a 4-year varsity libero. And her season starts 14 matches, 41 sets, record 14-0, 208 digs, 5.1%, 200 receptionists, 31 aces, and serving 91%. Career stats, overall record 62-20, overall league record 48-10, a 3-time Patriot League championship, 965 digs, 1,116 receptions, 139 aces, and 35 kills.
Honor awards?
Honor and awards: 2020 captain, 3-time Patriot League All-Star, 2020 co-MVP, 3 times Patriot Ledger All-Scholastic, 2019 MGVCA All-State team.
And the write-up Coach gave about her.
Yep. Alyssa is a leader by example, and she shows it every time she steps on the court with her teacher's defense. She has also developed as a vocal leader for us over the years. She has had fun and an amazing high school career and will be missed. Quite a big amount of accomplishments there.
Yeah, you think? And she sounds so soft-spoken, but I'll tell you, put a volleyball in that girl's hand, you better watch out. The hunting season's open. Tell you that right now. All right, guys. So, Coach, I think this is going to be more directed at, well, both these, I guess. So the first question from Nate is, what is the team's strength this season, and how did it work to their advantage? Hey, Coach?
Okay, you want me to go first? Sorry.
Yeah, please.
I think we've always had a solid foundation in defense and pretty strong serving. And I think this year, too, we really worked on adding some smart offense to the mix. And we really worked a lot on being able to hit spots when we needed to and whatever was given to us by the other team. But I think definitely defense over the years has been our strongest point.
Okay. Alyssa, this is one for you. What is the greatest lesson they learned that you think you learned this season?
I think it's the fact that you should never really judge a book by its cover because obviously Quincy isn't. Well, when you walk into the gym and you see us, you're obviously not intimidated because we're all very short. We're not a very tall team. But obviously, like Coach always says, defense really wins games.
That's awesome.
Which is, yeah.
Okay, another one for you, young lady, I have from Nate Rollins. Thank God he's reporting in, helping out. Do you feel like playing through this pandemic has prepared them better? Actually, Coach, this is more towards you. Do you feel like playing through the pandemic has prepared them better for the next season?
Yeah, I think so. I think it just in general, a lot of years you have teams where you say, like, you're never going to get the chance to play high school sports again, and you don't get quite the same competition. It's just not the same as you move on in life. And a lot of kids sometimes don't get that until they come back down the road, and they're like, I wish I could do this again. But for these guys, I think seeing last spring teams not being able to compete and have their seasons, and then worrying about whether or not we would have our season. I think when we finally heard we were going to be able to step on the court, they were just so grateful, and I think they really got the message that you don't know what tomorrow's going to bring, and you've just got to make the most of every moment that you have.
Absolutely.
So I think for them, like in that way, and I think that's something they'll carry with them throughout life because of this experience.
And this is more directed at you, Ashley. Also, what was the greatest life skill volleyball that you fought them? Also, what is the greatest skill volleyball has taught you, I guess, in life? Is probably the best way for me to rephrase that.
Personally, I think volleyball's taught me a lot about teamwork and cooperation. Like, obviously, sometimes when it comes to sports, there could always be tension between people outside of sports, but you kind of learn to get around that for a successful season, and so that you can just enjoy your high school years and enjoy what you have left playing like the sport that you love.
Excellent. All right, I got another question here from Tom Joyce. Did the remote learning at the start of the school year present any logistic challenges to the team, and how were they able to combat them, Coach?
Not really. I mean, we pushed our practice time back a little bit. So some kids, we started off 100% remote, so the girls were coming from home. And then we switched into hybrid, so sometimes people were in the building, sometimes they weren't. But it was just a little bit of a time change. We did have to change we couldn't have all three teams in the gym at once. We could only have 2 max at a time on each end and put the curtain down. So we did, our JV2 team ended up practicing later in the day. But those are really the only impactful changes, and I'd say they were minor.
All right, that was Tom Joyce chiming, helping us out there. So let's go over, before we forget, and I love doing this. Can you go over her GPA for me, sir?
Yes, I can. Alyssa has a GPA of 4.66, and she's going to UMass Boston and playing volleyball.
Well, the first thing I'm going to say to you, Alyssa, is congratulations.
Thank you.
You're very, very welcome. Why UMass Boston?
I feel like UMass Boston offers what I need, and it's close by. I obviously want to stay home because I'll definitely get homesick if I were to go out of state or anything like that.
Right.
And I feel like it would be a smooth transition because I know a few of the players on the team, and I also am familiar with the campus because
that's cool.
My sister went there. Yeah.
Oh, what do you want to take? Have you undecided, or do you have an idea?
Yeah, I'm hoping to major in computer science.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's why I know who to send my computer to. That's even better. That works out great. See that, Justin? We have a computer repair person ready to go. That's awesome. So, I said this to I want to make sure Rachel. I can't believe I forgot her name already because it's on the other side of the paper. I said this to Rachel, and I wanted to ask you because you're an outgoing senior as well. What do you think you instilled in the younger players that are playing for Coach next year? What did you try to instill in them, if anything?
I think, if anything, that the most important thing is just to not be afraid to speak up, because my freshman and sophomore year, I was definitely a very quiet person, and Coach knows that too. I didn't really speak. I didn't really go to team bonding, but I think I was really able to instill the fact that you should really take time out of your day to, listen to your teammates, spend time with them, because it really does affect how you play on the court.
So you're big into camaraderie and gelling in that sense off the court?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So a lot of pizza parties, a lot of horror movies, stuff like that, or?
Yeah, of course.
Can't go wrong with pizza.
No, pizza. I love pizza. Just look at me, for crying out loud. Yeah, exactly. What about mechanics? What was one of the things you... Oh, before I get to mechanics, I want to know who you trying to measure your game against coming into your senior year as far as getting ready for this new pandemic schedule. Was there a certain team you were looking to measure your game by?
Looking at our regular schedule, I know we only played our side of the league, but
yeah,
I think our greatest competition was probably Plymouth South this year.
Okay.
And it was obviously a very intense game every time we played them, but then going into the Patriot Cup, it was really exciting to be able to play the other half of the league, playing Hingham and Duxbury, because they were also very good competition for us, something that we hadn't seen all season.
Okay. Now, my other question to you, and I was going to ask you about mechanics, but I am really curious because I got about a minute left with you before I go to the last break. Did you have any idea you were down 24-23 in the third set? Did that even
In
grasp
the
your mind?
game.
In the championship game, did it ever
Oh.
or were you like, I'm just going with the flow, whatever's going to happen is going to happen? How was your mindset?
So for me personally,
Yeah.
I always check the score just to like. It's always just in the back of my head. I'm always looking at the score, even though I probably shouldn't because it's actually quite stressful.
Right.
But I honestly just didn't lose faith in my teammates. Like after, like considering how we were playing and how we were adjusting to the game,
Yeah.
I knew we were going to be able to come back out of it. Like we did it quite often last year, but I know it's a different team this year. But I didn't lose any faith in my teammates, and I had all my trust on everybody who was on the court, whether I was there or not, and I believe that we were going to be able to come back from it.
Oh, that's awesome. How about you, Coach? I don't know if I threw this question in your direction, but were you pretty stressed out when you had that last time out at 24-23? What was your mindset at that break?
No, I mean, the second going down 0-2 isn't great, but that second game was a 2-point game also. I think it was 26-24.
Okay.
So, and we had adjusted from losing by 5 the first game, and we were like still making adjustments and getting in better spots on defense. I never felt like we were like in deep trouble. But once we won that third game, it was definitely a sigh of relief. And those last 2 points, I mean, it just kept going back and forth. It was definitely a little stressful, but we knew we were right there. We just needed to get over that hill,
Absolutely. So let me just recap everybody in the second half of this hour. The Lady Presidents went into this championship, this tournament, this Patriot Cup tournament, did not lose a match. Okay, did not lose a match. They went into game 3 down 24-23. They came back to win that set 25-27, and then they ran away with it with the last 2 sets. And those are 2 undefeated teams again. I mean, I know. I'll just say this for you, Coach. Hats off to the Lady Green Dragons in Duxbury. They had a great season, and they deserve there just as much as you. So we want to make sure we get our kudos out to them as well. Even though, unfortunately, they were the sacrificial lambs that stood in your way for you guys to put in such a great performance in that those 5 matches. But before we go, I want, young lady, I wanted to say thank you for taking the time for calling in.
Yeah, no problem. It was nice talking to you guys.
You too, and spread the word. Let everybody know we're out there. And I want to also let you know that everybody at the station, 1320 AM WARA, and all us here, everyone here at 4 Deep Sports Talk wants to again say good luck at UMass Boston. Congrats you're welcome. Congrats on a great championship run, and the best of luck and happy holidays.
You too. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. All right, Coach, we're going to take our last break. We have one more girl coming on, right?
Yep.
I got to make sure I get the name out to the tech guy. All right, so we'll step away. You are listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk here on the news station, 1320 AM WARA, and online, all one word, 4deepsportstalk.com. We are highlighting the 2020 Patriot League Girls Volleyball Champions, the Lady Presidents from Quincy High School. We'll be back with more right after this.
There are steps you can take now to get ready if an outbreak occurs in your community. Make a household plan. Learn how to prepare to take quick action if someone gets sick. Older adults and people with chronic medical conditions are at greater risk. Take extra steps to protect them. Think about what you will do if there are changes to your work schedule. And remember to always practice good health habits, such as frequently washing hands with soap and water, staying home when sick, and covering coughs and sneezes. For more information, visit cdc.gov.
To some people, the sound of a baby babbling doesn't mean much. But that's not necessarily true. By 6 months, they're combining vowels and consonants. By 9 months, they're trying out different kinds of sounds. And by 12 months, their babbling is beginning to take on some meaning.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Four Deep Sports Talks, and we are highlighting the 2020 Hatteras High School Quincy Volleyball Championships.
Nicely done, young man. And who do we have on the line here with coaching me? Us. Who's this?
This is Kelsey Duong.
Kelsey. Did I get Coach?
Hi.
Coach, hi. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Coach, did you send me Kelsey's stats? Did I drop the ball on this or what?
I did.
Yeah.
I have them right here, though. I can help you out if you.
Oh, of course.
them.
Hold on one second. So Kelsey is Kelkelsey, Duart, Duarte.
Nope, it's Kelsy.
All right, we got to write. Do me a favor. Let's write that down, and we get that out to the graphics guy. You can hear, right?
Yeah.
Hey, can you write that down and then give it out to? Whoops. There we go. I want to make. And can you spell that again, Kels? Your first name?
Kelsy.
Kelsy.
Yeah.
All right, and then I just want to make sure. I don't mean to waste your time. I just want to make sure I get it out there, and then I get a.
Yeah, no worries.
And how do you spell your last name?
Duong, Duong.
Tuong. All right, so we want to get that out to Alex. All right, so with that being said, I'm going to fire up the music for Coach, and she is going to let everybody know about Kelsey. All right, Coach.
All right, Kelsey's a senior. This is her first year on varsity. She averaged 1.5 digs a set. She had 12 receptions, 2 aces, served 90% on the season, and had 5 kills. She played outside or right side for us, and she was the Patriot League Scholar Athlete Award this season.
And she's a senior.
She is a senior, yes.
Excellent. Thank you for that. I want to make sure I have the GP. I don't know where I dropped the ball. All set?
That's okay.
Well,
She has a 4.26 GPA.
That's all she could do? Are you kidding me? Oh, my goodness. And she's going to major in computer science, undecided on her college. Excellent. I don't know why. I can't believe I messed that up. But we got the stats, so we're good on that. And I'm going to double check my emails and make sure I get the graphics right. Kels, thanks for taking the time. We appreciate it. Congratulations on a championship this year.
Thank you.
So no college yet, huh? Undecided?
I mean, I'm in the college process of it, but I probably most likely stay in Boston.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
And why is that? Just to be close to family and stuff?
I mean, all the good colleges are in Mass, so, like, I don't see a point in leaving when I live in, well, the best state for it, I guess.
Well, I guess she's smart, Coach, and she's self-aware. She's got it all going on, I guess. Well, that's fine. So I got a couple questions, and this is from some of our sports writers, and I'll just basically one of the questions is, how did you feel about playing through the pandemic, and how did that prepare you for this season and next season, actually? Well, you're a senior, right? So
Yeah.
it would be this season.
Yeah. I mean, during the pandemic, it was definitely something new. Like, it never happened to me, and, like, I'm pretty sure most of us or all of us haven't experienced one before. So, I mean, I'm just grateful that there was a season, and, yeah, sure, with the mask, but it didn't really change much. I still had fun, and, like, even with the mask, I still was able to talk and just bond with everyone the same way, with or without.
You just worked into my next question. I told this to Coach in the beginning of the hour. So, did you guys have regular masks, or did you guys have special masks? Because I'm hearing with the winter basketball, when they start up in January, they're talking about they're going to have these funky masks that you could, I don't know if they're see-through, but they're vented a certain way. Did you guys just wear those regular medical masks that you see at the hospital?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, those. Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of heavy
Everybody
set.
just kind of wore what they were comfortable with.
Oh, okay.
They had, yeah, so.
A mask was a mask, and that was the standard, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, good. Because I know if I was wearing that mask, I wouldn't last one set. I'd be asking the coach to take me out because I'm a heavy set guy. So that's just me. But moving on to the next question that Nate has, and I want to make sure I get it right. What was the greatest lesson that you learned this season on your senior year, you think?
Definitely, like to not take anything for granted, especially with this season.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just like once again so grateful to have a season and like finish off my senior year, even if it like our games did get cut back a bit. But I'm just grateful for every game and every practice we had.
And another question, real fast. Well, not real fast, but we got time. We got 4 minutes before we have to step away. What was this? In your opinion, what was this team's strength this season? How do you think you took it? How do you think you let it work to your advantage as a team?
Well, for me personally,
Yes.
I think that it was our closeness and our bond and trust in each other. Because without trust, we can't really get far. Because no one would be able to back each other up and
Yep.
play all together on the court and just cooperate to get to the next point, the next play, and like win the championships. So it was definitely getting closer with everyone and bonding, showing up, and just giving like our all every single day at practice and trying our best to work for it.
Well, I just want to make sure I get this out because we only got a couple minutes left, and I wanted to wish you, Coach. I want to wish you as well. Congratulations on a fantastic season. Kelsey, I know we ran short, but I really appreciate you taking the time. And again, all of us at the station, 1320 AM WARA, and all of us at 4 Deep Sports Talk, want to wish the lady presidents over at Quincy High School a big congratulations. And
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And I wanted to thank you for taking the time. And Coach, I'll reach out to you when I get the video side done.
Sure.
If that's all right?
Yeah,
and
thank
then,
you. Yeah,
Oh, you're
thank
welcome.
you for having us.
Absolutely. Spread the word. Let
Thank
them know that we're out there for them.
We will.
All right. Thank you, guys. Have a great holiday. Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
That was a fun interview. Was that not fun?
It's the literal definition of fun.
Right. So next week we will have the Bridgewater Raynham girls. We'll have Shea Boland and Mackenzie Madalonis, 2 seniors going on to college like we did with the other girls from the other towns. And we'll have them in and they can tell us about, how they're looking forward because their season doesn't start till January. So with that being said, for Justin Ferreira, Casey Conley, and Luce Cabral, I hope Luce Cabral's mom's doing good. Hopefully they'll be back next weekend. We will catch you next time. Everyone have a fantastic, fantastic weekend.